Well, we're going to be looking at Aussie dollar today, and I'm going to talk about what it is to write things down and actually plan your trade. Because if you plan it, you'll succeed. If you're going in on a wing and a prayer, forget it. So let's roll the intro and we'll get into this. And a warm welcome to one and all. But first of all, I definitely need a coffee. Bear with me. My throat's killing this. I was talking all day yesterday and just come out of a scruffy meet with the guys. We do a market call live every day, face to face. Now in it, if I flick this over, I'll get onto this in just a second. We did a chart, one thing and another. There it is there. The market call, called it, did exactly what we said it would do, and that was done in front of the guys so they can see it in real time. Now, for those that miss it, if they come down into the market call, there's always a recording of it here. As you can see, there's like loads of them, and we there all the time. Now, what we do with this, and if we come through, there's the chart getting built up. Just widen that up. Same chart, getting built up as we go. Brilliant. Exactly how we trade it. And inside of there, we made a prediction. Now I'm going to do it again with what's going on. So just pull this to one side. It came from this. We use a tool, which is called a bias tool, to help us understand what's going on with the market. Now, with this one, as you can see, it's telling me to be careful if I'm looking at a +1, -1, and that's multi-time frame analysis. It's the Aussie dollar. Now, if you were looking at the market's calls earlier on today, you would have seen that I did a news announcement where I was discussing the Aussie dollar is the one to look at. Well, if that's the case, what we're going to do is we're going to have a little look. Just drop this up there, bear with me, because I do everything live, by the way, guys. Nothing's sort of pre-recorded or rolled back. Everything's in the moment. So what we're looking at here, I'm just setting things up as we go. Now this is telling me the anchor, which is the chart that you look at mainly. Your anchor could be anything. I prefer the hourly. Oh, and I've got my bacon sandwich, boys and girls. Got bacon sandwich. How good is that? Why have you got me a bacon sandwich? What do you want?
Nothing.
Nothing. You don't want something?
Oh, here we go.
No. That'll be no then.
No, like the wrong answer.
I've got to go on holiday again, boys and girls. Yes. So the anchor's selling, but the low time frames is a question mark. Now that becomes a problem, and I may have to stop and start. Now it's 9:45. This is what the analysis is at this moment in time. The deeper trend, which is the big picture, is neutral, but there seems to be a reasonable set of sells in here, so we're kind of looking to sell it. C grade means it's risky, which it's telling me, and it's telling me if I'm going to do this, I'm pretty much only scalping it. And it's going to be 3 pips. ATR is terrible on the Aussie dollar at the moment. So what does this look like as a chart? Well, as you can see, it is pushing down. So the sells is correct. And this is a 5-minute running off there. So let's just take this out to the hour and we'll have a little look. Well, it's trying to push against this move here. So what we're going to do is these blue lines we're going to manipulate. I'm going to drop a fib across to there. And what we can see is that 23 is lining up perfectly with a key level. So we're going to move that blue line from there to there. So if this is going to retrace on itself, it'll come back there, but it looks like it's trying to sell. So there's actually a nice area. Just turn that into blue. here. Now it told me to only go for 3 pips. Well, I've got to ask myself a question. Is that move worth it? No, it's not. So I want to see it get a little bit higher or break through this level so that I've got some meat on the bones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera now and I'll come back at 10 o'clock, reevaluate what's going on and then see if there's a trade. Okay guys, we back. Little Winker's doing her job. She's actually trying to find a trading room over in Benidorm because the boys and the girls are going to Benidorm for a scruffy meet. Are you looking forward to this? Yes. Benidorm. Can you imagine us in Benidorm? And do you know what we're going to do? We're going to get one of them little scooters. You know.
No, you're not allowed them in the hotel.
Who said that?
It says on the website.
Well, I'm still getting one for the day. I'm going to go promenade on one.
No,
There'll be a hoot. Because I was all excited now. I'm going on holiday in a couple of weeks' time to Devon. Why? Well, why not? And then we're going off to Benidorm. So, happy days. So, if you're in Benidorm, in and around the 31st of October for a week, come and see the Scruffs. Because we'll be running up and down the promenade like idiots. But we're also going to be booking a room and having a little bit of trading in the sun. Happy days. And from what I understand, Darwin X are actually coming to visit us as well. So you'll be able to meet those guys. Happy days. So, where are we at? So, a lot's happened in the last 10 minutes, hasn't it? See that? Got that? Well done. I'm all excited now. And I've ate it.
Fat bastard.
So, where we're at. She's got a new mug. I'll show you this, right? She went, give it here, right? She went on ridiculous that she needed a mug. How much was that?
I don't know.
Well, I do. 15 quid.
No, it wasn't.
Bitch.
It was not.
Liar.
It wasn't.
Well, how much was it?
I don't know, but it was £15. I wouldn't pay that much for a mug.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, you're right. I would, but I didn't.
She's a git. She's going mental in the kitchen because we've got the kitchen. 15 quid for a mug.
I did not pay £15.
It was more, wasn't it?
No, actually, it was a lot less.
It was less?
Yeah, a lot less. I might buy another one, actually, to make it to the £15.
Ah, you don't care.
I'd buy that for $1.
Right. It did cost 15 quid,
It
boy.
did not cost £15.
Fucking 15 quid. 30 quid for 4 mugs. So that's 15 quid a mug. Fucking bitch. Right. Sorry. Right. What we're looking at. I've lost my thread now. You've done that again. Here, Hong Kong.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Maybe Hong Kong.
Is that where we're going? We're going to Sol Polyeros, by the way.
It's not Polyeros, it's...
I'll show you. We're going here. I can't even spell it, let alone bloody pronounce it.
Pelicanos.
We're going to Solana. Right. Sorry. Nothing's ever scripted here. What you see is what you get, and if you didn't like it, fuck off. It's that simple. I'm sick of the hassle I get, and quite frankly, I'm not going away because we did a vote. Do you want to see the vote? I'll show you the vote. Here we go. So if you go down in the community, you'll see I often put little posts and one thing or another. You find the YouTube community on the front page of the site. I was actually contemplating quitting because there is some awful people out there that are complete Torags. And also there's some that are just complete time vampires. And I know I call them freeloaders and everything, but that's exactly what they are. They're not interested in anybody but themselves. So I said, should I quit? And 9% of you think I should. Which doesn't sound much, but when it's actually 126 votes, that's quite a few people. So that kind of gives you an idea of what goes on. So basically 1 in 10 people that watch me kick it into me or don't like what I do. Well, my answer is very simple. Don't watch what I do. Go get your broom and go to work. This is assuming that you have a job, which you probably don't, you freeloading tosspots.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Man, what?
as you can see, were.
Well, they were horrible to you, and as far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but scum of the earth, and they can all wank themselves till they're stupid, and that's why they're forearms like that.
Oh, make it stop.
Right, okay. I get wrong. I get wrong when I get on one, but I'm actually defending our honour. I hate those people. I genuinely do. I've got zero time for them, and I do my job, and I do it very well, and it pays me very well. So I don't need to do this. I do this because of the guys that I showed you in the Discord. They're wonderful. They're a great bunch. I don't allow any dickheads in there. You know, you come in, everybody's accommodating, everybody's good. Don't get me wrong. Every so often you get a complete moron, and I just throw them out because there's no dickheads allowed in there. And I'll come and I'll meet the guys in person. We're in Manchester the other week. You know, little salute to Brian. You know, he came to see us, a little fella, you know, and he tapped me on the shoulder. He says, "You don't know me, but I know you." And to me, he's a complete stranger. But he wasn't at the end of the night. He became a friend. And that's the way the Scruffy Squad is. We are only strangers till we meet. Then we're friends. And if you meet in a virtual environment, like I showed you with the face-to-face, the guys all get to know each other and they have a wonderful time. And that's why we go into Spain. We all go in together. I mean, is that not a community you want to be part of? Rather than the toxic crap that you normally come across. Because I hate the fuckers. I really... Sorry. I am, because they make me life a misery, and I don't want to do this anymore. And then I sort of think, why should they force me out of something that I love doing? Well, they're not, because I'm bigger than them, I'm stronger than them, and trust me, I've probably got more money than them, so I really don't give a fuck.
Isn't that logical?
Right, I'm really on one now, aren't I? Can I have a coffee, please? Because we all know Scruffy likes his coffee. And the chart is come into play. So we're about to go to market and make some more money. And I'm going to show you how that works. Boom. Right. I often rattle on like that just to get rid of the toss pots. So always remember, if you see my videos, all the good stuff's near the end. Right. What's it telling me? This tool, by the way, the bias tool that we use, which is this, it scores it all out, tells us everything. This is a summary page. It is available to the guys in the squad, so they can use it and they will see exactly what I'm doing. So now it's telling me to sell it. It's a grade C, monitor. It's still risky, look for 6 pips. So, all right, the target isn't great. This doesn't move that quick. So what it'll do is it'll probably just surge down about 6 pips. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop this to 15 minutes. We can see it's pushing in, and I'm going to start the process on this line here for it to break through, and I'm going to stage backwards over this swing point. It's not as far as it looks, but it'll start making money. So because this is a slow market, I'm actually going to size up. I'm normally at about a position size of 5 when I first go in. This one I'm going to go in at 7. So bear with me just a second and we'll get that set up. So we're going to go in at 7 quid and we're going to just put the order in just underneath the line. Kaboom. Right. Now it's telling me to look for 6 pips. All right. Here. There, that's your minimum criteria. It's also working out what's going on. So see, the ATR is relatively low at the moment, and it's telling me to look at a 4-hour chart as well. So I'm going to show you that. And it is the strongest and the weakest. And then when we look here, the US has gained ground, the Aussie has lost ground. So again, it's adding weight to the sell. Okay. So that's where this is at this moment in time. It's triggered in now. So I'm happy with that. And we're just going to run it till it hits. We'll just set it there for now. So that's like 200 quid. If I flick this over, we'll be able to see the 4 hour for you. Pull this back. Now this is explaining why you're looking at the 4 hour. Look at that big move, and now look at this. It's rolling over. Now, until it breaks through this particular section here, this may well just be a shallow pullback, which is why I'm careful with the target and I'm just letting it run in. Okay, but the main idea is coming from this move, and it looks like it's rolling over. Now, if it's looking for a big runner, if I put a fib on, started that candle down there, the green one, it's got up as high as this point. Its first point of call is going to be, well, actually, I can just drop it in and I can do it now, is that 23, which is here. Comes down into the 38, which again lines up with these levels, down into the 50, which shockety shock lines up with key daily fibs, high time frame levels, and a cluster point. Breaks that, again, it lines up. So a fib is so powerful, it's unbelievable. But you've got to be able to read the market. And if you can't read the market, well, you're going to have a hard time with things. So that's in play. We're just going to let it run. Now, once it gets down to probably swinging around under this lot, I'll be quite happy. But I'm also going to stage it. And I'm going to stage it backwards up to this red line. It looks miles away, but it's not as bad as what it looks. And because I'm going backwards, I'm reducing the exposure, increasing the upside, and believe it or not, this will be set even with a small target of there at borderline one-on-one. And that's how I work all the time, you know. And I know a lot of people don't understand it. They don't understand going backwards, and quite frankly, tough shit. You know, I know how this works. I'm buying and selling at wholesale, and I'm getting my profit at retail. It's a different concept to the crap that's normally peddled out there. And when you talk about all these sort of fair value gaps in order sweeps and everything, it's absolute bullshit. Markets move from solid levels to solid levels with ratios in the middle. They've done that since the rice traders. It's never changed. So when you're listening to all this newfangled guff, that's all it is. It's just guff. The market will move up, it'll move down, it'll move sideways. You're 1 in 3 on every trade. 1 in 3. But you look at too low time frame and you're trying to analyze too short a data sample. Look higher in the charts and you're going to have a chance. This is starting to run. Why? Because I waited and I've been patient, and it's now starting to pay off. So let's play it out, and I'll come back to you and I'll rattle on a bit more at the end. Okay guys, it's top of the hour. It's now 11 o'clock. Now we were looking, if you remember from the last time we did this, 6 pips. Okay, that's all we're after, just 6 pips. So where's it at? Well, it's at 10 pips. It's ahead of the game, and it's starting to push and sort of wonder what it's doing at this moment in time. Now it can move down a little bit further, but it is pretty much stretched at this moment in time. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the money. Kaboom. Reset the chart if I so wish, and then from there I can take the next trade and I'll get another 6 pips or another 10 pips, but I don't need to. Why? Well, just let me just check, make certain my tickets are off. Yes, closed all my tickets off because I've already done my wages for the day. So that extra trade that I've put in, the Aussie dollar, is just addition to what I was already doing. Now, if you also look at the sheet, I'll just pull this down. I have exactly what I'm doing down here. These are my primary sort of workings that I work with, and that is there. So the DAX was the trade I was actually looking at because it's my go-to. Also in the process, I was looking at my small account, which is the BlackBull. Do try this on. We building up small accounts, and that's done 20 quid running it through the night. We saw it last night, so that came in. So I'm quite pleased with that. And I also replicated on another account, which is doing quite well, because again, I just follow what's going on. And then there it is on a different account. Okay, so just drop that into there so you can see it. I've done quite well today. That's me done, finished. And why? Well, it's all planned. Think about what I'm doing, understand what I'm doing, and then just carry it out. I don't do flash, I don't do showing you my cars and all that sort of thing. I just live in a normal house, drive a normal car, but have more holidays than most because time is mine. So there you go. Drop in the community. What you'll see is a poll of different topics that I talk about. If you want to see fully what I do, you'll find that in the squad. Publicly, it'll always only ever be a snapshot. And you can go through the comments and you can figure out who stopped me putting this out fully. Suck it up, Popeye. I was on one today. I was on one. Do you know something? I had a bit of a break. I had a lovely break. I switched all the social media off and everything. And I came back to God knows how many messages from the same person. And you know what? Not one of them was good. Not one. Never mind. But we're going to Sun. We're going to Benidorm. And we're going to love it. And we're going to have a drink. And we're going to ride on the beach. And I'm going to get a mobility scooter. Certainly am. So as always, guys, do what you love. And the money will follow. See you all in the next one.